Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Health. Yesterday's report by the Auditor General was a condemnation of all that has occurred under your watch. The Auditor General confirmed that you and your ministry officials ignored for 3 months his explosive draft report about an abuse of public dollars by those at Ornge and serious concerns about patient safety. Instead of taking decisive action, it confirms that this minister turned a blind eye and allowed the scandal to develop, fester and grow. So I ask the minister, given the auditor's scathing report about your failure to uphold your responsibilities and duties of office, will you assume responsibility finally today, be held accountable?
Thank you. Sure help.
Speaker, the member opposite has raised an issue that I would like to address, Speaker. The Auditor General did release a draft report to the ministry in September. I think most people in this House remember exactly what we were all doing in September, Speaker. We were on the campaign trail. The ministry was operating in a caretaker role. It would have been completely inappropriate for the ministry to share that report with a person who was a candidate in the election, Speaker. I was not sworn in.
I have now gotten to that point where I cannot hear the answer. Minister.
Speaker, the member opposite knows as well as anyone in this House that when a writ is dropped, the responsibility of the minister changes, Speaker, and that the ministry is in charge of the operation.
Answer.
When I was reappointed as Minister of Health, Speaker, in late October, by then I was sworn in.
Thank you. Supplementary question.
Well, Mr. Speaker, my question is again for the minister. It's certainly disappointing, I'm sure, for the public to hear the minister state that there was, and she had absolutely no responsibility for the report that she was provided with by the Auditor General. She was too busy on the campaign trail. I would say again to you, it is about a minister, in this case, who has failed to uphold the duties and responsibilities of her office. It is about a minister who is now ignoring the historic principle of ministerial responsibility and accountability. So I ask you again today, will you do the honourable thing? Will you resign?
Be seated, please. Please, thank you. Minister of Health.
The Auditor General did make it very clear that we could have done a better job. I completely accept that observation by the Auditor General, but I do object to the opposition's characterization of my activities, because when I was sworn in as Health Minister in October, Speaker, I was shortly thereafter briefed, and within weeks, Speaker, we had a forensic audit team in at Ornge, Speaker. We had people combing through all of the records at Ornge, Speaker. That investigation has ultimately led, Speaker, to an open investigation. Speaker, within weeks of becoming minister in October, I took decisive action, and we have seen the results of that action, and the auditor.
Order. The member from Durham will withdraw.
I withdraw that you didn't tell the whole.
The member does know better. The member will
withdraw.
Final supplementary.
Speaker, again to the Minister of Health. It's beginning to look more and more like a cover-up. We know, according to the
seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. The member will withdraw.
I do so.
The Minister from Finance will stop. Final supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, we know that the minister and the Premier's office were informed last January about what was going on at Ornge. It's time to stop pretending that she did not know. She has completely lost the confidence of the public. So I ask you again, will you do the right thing? Will you assume ministerial responsibility and accountability and resign?
Thank you. Be seated, please. Thank you. Minister of Health.
Speaker, the auditor was very clear in his report that we have taken substantive actions to address the issues that he identified at Ornge. The Auditor General had serious issues with access to information at Ornge, Speaker. We had problems as a ministry getting access to information. That is why we have taken the action we have, Speaker. That is why we have a new performance agreement in effect right now, Speaker. That is why I have introduced legislation, Speaker, to strengthen transparency and oversight to ensure this does not happen again. I take my responsibility very seriously, Speaker, to the people of this province. What they want is for me to fix Ornge and get on with the other challenges.
New question, the Leader of the Third Party.